You know, before watching the video I'm about to cover, I had not seen a game theory video in about 8 or 9 years. And I just want to ask, were they always this bad? Comrade Mario, a premise so stupid, I've broken my rule that I normally have about not covering videos this old just to respond to it because it is that nonsensical. Now, I'm not going to sit here and complain that game theory looks way too into things that don't matter, or go after him just on the basis that this theory is a stretch. After all, these sort of weird ideas are the entire point of his series. However, I am going to go after him for saying things that are inaccurate, and he does say quite a few things that are just wrong in this video.
Let's start with his design. What color is Mario most associated with? Red. Ever wonder why red was chosen? The classic story is that it was to contrast against the blue background, which would make sense if red was truly the color opposite of blue, but it's not. On any color wheel, orange is the color that is directly across from blue, and orange has just as many shades of red, if not more, in the NES color palette. How much orange is used in the game? Next to none. How much red was used? A lot.
So I'll ignore the fact this point is already off to a rather rocky start because, to put it simply, a lot of shit is red.
Red! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Something MatPat indirectly jokes about slightly later on in this video, by the way.
A red star on a white background. No, that's not a hostile Macy's takeover, my friends.
And instead point out that game theory is looking at the wrong game right now. Mario wasn't made red to stand out from the blue background of the original Super Mario Bros. He was made red and blue to stand out from the black background of the original Donkey Kong.
Then there's Fireflower Mario, clad all in red and white. If he wasn't sporting the communist colors before, he certainly is now the red and white of Lenin's Bolshevik party.
I looked and I could not find any evidence this flag was associated with Lenin's Bolshevik party. Instead, this flag appears to be associated with the National Bolshevik Party, which did not come into existence until after the fall of the Soviet Union, with the flag itself using a combination of characteristics from the flag of the Soviet Union and the flag of Nazi Germany. And by the way, notice the Soviet flag is red and yellow, not red and white.
But it's not just his colors. Check out the hat. Is it a coincidence that Mario's hat just so happens to sport a similar shape and, more strangely, a similar design as communism's most infamous leader?
They don't share the same shape though. They aren't even the same kind of hat. Stalin wore what is typically referred to as a peaked hat, while Mario wears what is typically called a newsboy hat.
How about that facial hair, though? Is it also a coincidence that Mario's mustache looks like it was directly ripped off the face of someone in contention for the world's most evil man?
It doesn't, though. Mario's mustache and Stalin's mustache curve in entirely different ways. Buck, even looking at this hypothetical you created of Stalin's mustache being overlaid on Mario's mustache, the two barely overlap.
Let's not forget one of the recurring villains of the Mario franchise, Wario. Wario was created as the anti-Mario, am I right? And what are the two things Wario is known for? Being 10 feet tall. Shut up. Being fat and being greedy. He's a walking American stereotype, an overweight capitalist pig who eats way too much and loves money. Just look at his games. They're all about collecting treasure, accumulating coins, gaining more wealth.
So was New Super Mario Bros. 2, to the point where the ability to collect as many coins as you could in the game was central to the game's advertisement.
Join the coin rush. You can turn Mario Gold and grab more coins than ever in New Super Mario Bros. 2, only on Nintendo 3DS. Rated E for everyone.
But that wasn't a game that starred Wario, it starred Mario, you know, the apparent anti-materialist. And that's not even getting into the various Mario games where you are required to collect a certain amount of coins in order to do something that progresses the game, such as the 100 coin missions in both Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine.
And while we're looking at Mario's proletariat predilection, what's his signature weapon again? Oh, that's right, hammers. Need I say more?
Really? That's Mario's signature weapon. Not jumping on things, not shooting fireballs at them. A hammer that he's primarily used in the Donkey Kong games, which you've ignored up until now, including earlier in this very video, and the RPGs.
But that's not all, dear theorists. What's the goal of Super Mario Bros.? To overthrow a king, King Koopa. And what was the role of the Russian Revolution? To overthrow a king, Tsar Nicholas II.
No, the role in most of the games is not to overthrow Bowser, but to save Peach from Bowser after she's been kidnapped by him. Peach being the monarch of the Mushroom Kingdom. If anything, it's about trying to restore the original monarchy, not overthrow it entirely.
Speculation has always gone on about the mushrooms Mario uses. It's a bizarre power-up, right? Well, wonder no more. I give you the Mario mushroom, Amanita muscaria, the fly Amanita. Look familiar? Not only does it look like Mario's mushrooms, it acts like them too, as this poisonous mushroom has been used throughout history for its ability to cause hallucinations. And you know,
just as the mushrooms in Mario do, apparently. MatPat and I must be playing some very different Mario games. Good night and good luck.